Hello and happy spring. I'm Nina Gruner, Publishing Director here at Cameron Kids, and I'm excited to share what we have coming down the pipe. First up, we have Wave by Diana Farid. This surf novel in verse is our first foray into the young teen space here at Cameron Kids. It's set in Southern California in the glory of the 1980s, and it follows the hope and heartbreak of young Ava, Persian-American 8th grade girl who loves to surf, sing, and read poetry. The story resonates with themes of identity and OCD, divorce, and loss. It also includes beautiful excerpts from Rumi poems, intricately woven throughout the narrative. It reflects the author's own experiences as the daughter of a physician and a single mother who fled the Iranian Revolution of the 1970s. This gorgeous cover art and the interior spots were done by the wildly talented Japanese artist, Chris Goto. Chris is a surfer herself, and she really whimsically captured the essence and edge of the story on the cover and with these navy and white interior spots. And what would an 80s book be without a mixtape at the end? So we have included some playlists of your favorite 80s songs. So that is Wave. Next we have Black, The Many Wonders of My World. This wonderful picture book comes from the creators of Brown, The Many Shades of Love, Nancy Johnson James, and Constance Moore. So while Brown celebrated all the beautiful shades of brown within skin tone, Black marvels at the wonders of black in a child's world, beginning and ending with the narrator, a girl. Illustrator Constance Moore really pushed her art into a new space, combining her signature watercolor with intricate textiles and stitching, making for a super dynamic medium. Then the text eloquently and playfully honors the beauty and possibility of Black, from Beatles to ballerinas, Black Panthers, shadows, and mama's braids. Black truly is a wonderful color. Okay, next we have I Am a Saurus by Anne Ivlesacker, illustrated by Mark Hoffman. So this rhyming romp of a picture book offers a fresh take on the beloved dinosaur genre. In this mashup of fact, fiction, and fancy, we follow a group of rambunctious kids as they discover that they are not unlike T-Rexes and share many of the same body parts with the dinosaur kingdom. Turns out finding your inner dinosaur can cause a bit of mayhem. This one's a total hoot and a fun read aloud, and was even vetted by a paleontologist. Okay, next. One of my personal favorites, The Crab Ballet by Renee Latulippe, illustrated by Cecile Metzger. So when the tide is out, the curtain is up on this clever tale of an underwater watercolor ballet featuring dancing crabs and all of their aquatic superstar friends. This book is not only super pretty, but it's pretty silly. We expect it to delight beach lovers and ballet dancers of all stripes, and it's informative as it includes a glossary of French terms in the back. Bravo, bravo for the creme ballet. Next up, we have Keeper of the Light, Juliet Fish-Nichols Fights the Fog by Caroline Arnold and illustrated by Rachel Sumter. This is a beautiful picture book biography that was inspired by the logs of the actual lighthouse keeper here in the San Francisco Bay from 1902 through 1914. The story highlights the life and the grit of Juliet's isolated tenure operating the Angel Island fog bell machine and lighthouse. She lives through the 1906 earthquake, and then in the months following guides ship safely into port, ultimately defeating her friend and foe, the fog. The back matter includes a brief bio of Juliet as well as the history of Angel Island. More nonfiction, we have Beautiful, Useful Things, What William Morris Made by Beth Kephart and illustrated by Melody Stacy. William Morris is best known for his colorful wallpapers and textiles inspired by the English forests that he grew up in. But did you know that this icon of the arts and crafts movement was also a poet, a painter, a preservationist, an activist, environmentalist, and a maker of beautiful, useful things like books? His life and work are beautifully captured by the delicate illustrations, only bringing home that theme that beautiful things are often made one at a time by hand. So while the text is poetic and spare, the back matter features additional information about Morris and a really gorgeous recreation of his famous Strawberry Thief print. Okay, shifting gears towards a younger audience, next we have Spring Parade. This is a sweet celebration of all things spring from debut picture book artist Alan Howard. In a simple and lyrical tone, we follow along as Bunny surfaces at the dawn of spring to a festive parade of budding blossoms, new birds, butterflies, and bees, and all her beloved friends slowly emerging from the winter season. This natural parade ultimately leads to a colorful finale, complete with cherry blossom confetti. Really gorgeous art. Moving from spring to summer, next we have Pool Party. This is a sun-kissed ode to a day at the public pool featuring a diverse cast of swimmers and vibrant art from illustrator Ann Bentley. Fun fact about this one, LA-based co-authors and friends actually met on the swim team when they were 8 years old and wrote this sweet story based on all of their memories of swimming. So that's Pool Party. Last but not least, we have a very cool chunky little board book, In the Air. This is a sturdy and stylishly illustrated 30-page accordion style board book featuring all manner of things in the air, both the expected like rockets and unexpected like superheroines. Pulling from the natural world and the imagination, this one has a little something for everyone. So that does it for our Cameron Kids Spring List. Thank you so much for checking us out.
Hi everyone, I'm the Children's Book Editorial Director for Cameron Kids, and in addition to sharing our spring titles, we wanted to share a few highlights from our fall titles with you as well. The Birthday of the World by Rachel Naomi Remen, illustrated by Rachel Sumter, is a picture book retelling of the timeless story of Tikkun Olam in the Jewish faith, a story of finding light in the darkness, one spark at a time. Dr. Rachel Naomi Remen is the beloved and best-selling author of the internationally acclaimed Kitchen Table Wisdom, which has sold over 700,000 copies to date and has been translated into 21 languages. This is her debut children's book. Rachel Sumter's books include our Down Under the Pier and Spring 22 title, Keeper of the Light, Juliet Fish Nichols Fights the San Francisco Fog. Her work is ethereal and light-filled. We were first introduced to Dr. Remen's version of The Birthday of the World in a beautiful interview she gave on Krista Tippett's popular podcast On Being, how when she turned 4, her grandfather gave her a very old story called The Birthday of the World. In the beginning, there was only darkness, and then a great ray of light ended the darkness, and the world of 1,000,000 things was born. It was filled with light. Then something unexpected happened, and the light of the world broke into a zillion little lights. These sparks fell everywhere, into everyone and everything. But you can only see the sparks with your hearts, and when you do, your own spark shines brighter. Even in the darkness, the light is still there. It will always be there, and that changes everything. Magic by Mireille Ortega is a poetic picture book inspired by the author's own story of growing up near her family's pineapple farm in Mexico, where she learned the true meaning of magic, that it isn't good or bad, it just is. Sometimes it gives, sometimes it takes, sometimes it blossoms, sometimes it wilts. It moves slowly, and it's easy to forget it's there, but magic is everywhere. Magic has the power to transform dirt into pineapples, wool into blankets, sorrow into celebration, blank pages into pictures, and pictures into books. Mireille is a bright new voice, and this is her debut picture book as author-illustrator. We fell in love with this story as soon as we saw it. We loved it so much, we were publishing her second author-illustrator book called Mariposa in fall 2023. And finally, we are super thrilled to share Will It Be Okay? By Crescent Dragon Wagon, illustrated by Jessica Love. Will It Be Okay is a powerful new edition of a timeless picture book classic. In it, a child asks, will it be okay, in a progressive series of what ifs, from worrying about bad weather and bee stings, to not being liked, to the biggest what if of all, losing a loved one. Written by veteran author Crescent Dragon Wagon, the daughter of legendary author and editor Charlotte Zolotow, and illustrated by the incomparable Jessica Love, this joyful book asks a tough and timely question and answers it with humanity, humor, and grace. What if I forget my lines in the school play? You make up new ones on the spot, and later everyone will say, what a wise and sensible child. She forgot her lines, so she made some up. What if I'm mad at everyone? You pack raisins and crackers and a red bandana, you walk to the park, then you swing. You swing so high you make up a song to yourself about being a bird. When you come home again, you are not mad anymore.